Subscribe, damn it! What the hell is wrong with you? Hey, what's up, family? Before I get started, real quick, I just want to let y'all know, man, that I made a few tracks because I'm trying to I want to create a new Girl Talk TV theme song, for my channel. So I'm debuting one today, man. So y'all, it's about to play in a few seconds. So after y'all hear it, y'all let me know if y'all dig it. All right. Anyway, back to the show. I'm out. One love. What's up, family? Um, I know y'all see the picture and like, yo, what's going on? But today I'm a little bit tired, so I just really don't feel like going through the whole editing process. I don't actually look tired, but I feel it, for those who are curious. But, I really got a question, man. And before I ask y'all the question, I just kind of let me set it up a little bit. But, this week I was working on a video, specifically for black women. And, because I got an email from one of the subscribers, and it was actually Veronica Burgess, to me put her on blast. And she sent me a link to a debate between Sergeant Willie Pete and You Gotta Be Kidding Me. And, it was an interesting debate at minimum. And, it was nice to hear a black female, present a counter argument to Willie Pete. Though I think that at a certain point during her argument, she became undisciplined and just, went around a few points. But, I was working on this series, and I don't want to tell you the name of it because I don't want to give it away. And it was really important to me. And, because, when I did the Why Black Men Are Dating Other Races series, and in all truth, man, like, the goal of that was to provide information to sisters from, a black man's perspective on issues we see. For the longest time, we've heard all the issues that, that we bring to the table. So, I wanted to do it in a manner that I thought would be, entertaining and, honest from my perspective. And unfortunately, it was so funny, man. Like, I got thrown into the fray of black women bashing, and I just kind of thought that was a joke. And it's unfortunate that as soon as as soon as a black man speaks about a black woman, you're immediately bashing them. And I know there are videos out there that do that, and it was disappointing for some people to actually believe that I would even actually do that. Like, that just doesn't even make sense to me. But there's a lot of things that don't make sense, so it is what it is. So, while I was working on this series, I kind of took a break and I went to the YouTube, and I looked at some of the comments from the series that I had done, Why Black Men Are Dating Other Races. And honestly, like, to be real with y'all, like, it was discouraging, man. Because to make videos, man, for those people out there that really make videos and really do the editing, like, it takes a lot of time. Especially if you are interested in the presentation of your product. It's not something that you can just put together real quick. I mean, if you do, then real talk, you're working with garbage. You heard? But it's something that takes time and effort. And I kind of just wondered to myself, like, yo, do I really want to make this effort, to make these videos, if at the end of the day, one, sisters don't want to hear it, or two, could really care less, or three, just really ain't even trying to listen. You know what I'm saying? So, really, what it comes down to, and the question I have for y'all is, should I continue to make videos, directly towards, the black woman? And I'm ambivalent about it. Part of me feels like I should, but then another part of me is like, really, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's tough. So, I actually just wanted to be honest with y'all, man, and share, how I'm feeling about the situation, and, get your response. So basically what I'm asking of, my family members is to let me know how you feel. What I would honestly really appreciate is somebody to take the time to make a video response. I mean, you don't got to show your face. You can do the same shit I'm doing, but I want to hear what y'all think, if I should continue to do it. And honestly, I would love to hear from the people who've seen the series and never commented. I'm very curious about their opinions. So if you've never ever commented on my page before, I would really appreciate it if you really took the time to do it, at least this one time. And of course all the other people who have commented. So that's where I'm at right now. That's my dilemma. Like I said, I got this series I was working on, and I kind of just put it on hold, and started working on this other joint called American Color that I want to do based off the Barack Obama election. That's a pretty deep series, and I think y'all will dig that. So I would really appreciate it if y'all took this request seriously, because I'm sincerely asking for your opinion, and it would really be nice to get a general feedback, from all the sisters that watch my channel on what y'all want, because the last thing that I want y'all to feel like is that I'm bashing y'all, or the flip side is that if the information being provided is going to be rejected and you're not going to listen, then I got so much other shit I could talk about anyway, so it's not really that big of a deal. So there it is, man. I hope y'all really take this seriously and do me that solid, because it would mean a lot to me to hear the opinions of all my sisters out there, in regards to this topic, because for me it's personal and it means a lot. So y'all do what y'all do with that, and I'll be looking at the comment board and hopefully getting some video responses, in reference to this, and I can see what's good. All right. With that said, man, congratulations to Barack Obama. All the black people, I know y'all niggas is happy. A lot of people are celebrating, but there's another serious side that I will talk about, when I finish this joint called American Color. This shit is off the chain, man. But until then, I'm going to be checking out these comment boards, and I'm Ghost, man. Chocolate forever, niggas. Holla.